It's a blessing to welcome on one of the highest rising guys in 2022 right now. He's had an 11-1 season so far, averaging near a double-double. Jaylen Martin, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Pretty good, man. Well, let's just kind of get into this. As I said, you're constantly rising up rankings now, and even more bigger than that, you're getting a lot more offers on the table right now. Just kind of take us through how you're feeling right now with all the offers this season. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel like all my hard work is like starting to pay off. It's like I'm like seeing the results and everything.
You've kind of had a big spotlight since about middle school. We knew you played up in high school as an eighth grader. You were big time in the CP3 camp, but now it's all starting to come together. As I said, you're averaging near double double right now, only one loss in the year. How have you started to develop into your body and kind of come into your own now?
Well, it's like starting when I was young. Like ever since I like started with Showtime, like I met my coach, his name Coach Colin. Like he just been like working me ever since I was young in the weight room on the court. We just spent like a lot of time in the gym and everything. So I feel like all that hard work is like paying off.
Let's go through the season so far. 12-1. I said near double double for you. Take us through the ups and downs of the year so far.
Oh, like so far, like we've been playing like really good throughout the season. Our first test was like Central Point, so like that was like our first test playing like a national team. We was up by like 10 at one point in the game, and then like we just couldn't hold on to the league, and that was like our first loss. But then after that, like we had like another tough opponent like West Oaks, like so we had to just come out telling ourselves that we was gonna play hard the whole game, and that's what we did. We ended up getting the win.
Let's go through that Central Point game because you guys lost by only a couple of points there, and they have a top 100 guy, Arjun Melendez. They're a much more veteran team than you guys. But what did you kind of learn from that game, and what did you take away from it?
Well, the most thing we learned was that we had to play the full game. Like we came out the first two quarters just like dominating the game, and
Mhm.
then like third quarter we got like too like satisfied with ourselves, and then we just allowed them to make a big run, and we couldn't stop it.
As you said, then you guys turn around. You guys beat a national team that's loaded. They got young guys, but also a lot of veterans too in West Oaks. You guys went down to the wire, but you had double double, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Really were the main man for that game. Take us through that game and how you guys were able to turn up and beat them.
So like at first, like I started off very slow. Like I couldn't really I wasn't really like doing anything. Like my teammates stepped up real big. Like they was hitting big shots. Like one of my teammates from like 5 for 6 from the three. He had a real big game. Like it was just like come down to like our team stuff. Like we were doing like the little things like boxing out, rebounding, contesting on their second chances. You know, like they like strive on putbacks and everything. And
Mhm.
like we had we stopped their run every time they tried to get hot. So like everything just went our way that game. Like we all just like end up playing together, like playing team basketball, and we were able to come out with a win.
All the guys you've played this year so far, mentioned RJ, the guys at West Oaks, or maybe even someone else. Who's been your favorite guy to go up against?
Um, it probably just like West Oaks in general, because like it was
Mhm.
like a lot of my AAU teammates who I seen in the summer, so that was like a pretty fun game.
And when you go up against those guys, I know like obviously got AJ out there, they got the twins, all of them. Just what's the trash talking like? Do you guys go back and forth? Just what's that atmosphere like between you guys?
It's like real fun and competitive. Like it's like some trash talking, but like we mostly like just going at each other, trying to make each other better, like playing, just like playing for like the bragging rights when we come back for the summer.
Now you also have another top ranked guy on your team, Tre Donaldson. He's a two-sport athlete, but what's it like playing with him? I know you guys have been together for a long time. How's you guys bond continue to grow, and what's it like playing with him now?
I was like, it's real fun playing with Trey because like I always know like he gonna like look out for me like on fast breaks. Like he always like throwing like the craziest passes to me, so I can like finish. Yo, like we just like, play good together. Like we're just like two peas in a pod. Like we just play real good. Like we got building our bond ever since like fifth or sixth grade. So like it's real fun playing with Trey.
Going back when you guys first met, take us through that day. How'd you guys meet each other, and when was that?
So it was like at a tournament where like first like Trey, he was playing with one AAU team, but then like he switched to our AAU team. That's like when we first met each other. That's when I like first seen him play. Like he was real good. And then like that's when we just like met each other at the tournament.
How have you seen you guys bond grow from that point to today?
Oh, like well, it's actually crazy when I look back at it because like when we was like younger, like I wouldn't expect it like to be like this, like how we're older now. Like it was just like real crazy. Like seeing us grow and watch us get better over time. It's like a real crazy experience.
Now, you guys are both in the same class. I know he has a different scenario in terms of looking for both basketball and football potentially for college, but have you guys discussed the potential of teaming up together in college?
Oh yeah, we talk about that kind of all the time. Like we got like most of our like offers, like some of our offers are the same. So like we've been talking about like playing together at the next level.
If that ultimately is what God's got in store for you guys, what could you guys accomplish together, and what could you guys get done at the college level?
I feel like if we end up playing together, I feel like we can win a national championship.
Without a doubt. Well, let's kind of go into the rest of the season now. As I said, you're averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds a game right now. What can you accomplish by the end of the year? What do you think your numbers can get to?
I think I can try to get like 17 and at least 10. Try to go up more on my rebounds.
No doubt. Let's go into your offers, because that's kind of the big thing right now. And we have a lot of offers on the table right now. Biggest ones recently, guys like Florida. You got Ole Miss, Virginia Tech, TCU, Georgetown. But who are you talking to the most? Who's really showing you the most interest right now?
Right now, it's probably like Georgetown, Florida, like Ole Miss. Like they've been on me real hard. And also been hearing from like a lot of I have a lot of interest from like a lot of Ivy League schools too.
Kind of going off that, obviously you have a high GPA, 4.1 right now. Who kind of gave you the priority? Why do you prioritize your academics so much?
Well, like, so my mom is a teacher, so like ever since I was young, she just been like real hard on me and my sister, make sure we get good grades.
Ivy League, I know some guys might look at and say it's not necessarily the best basketball conference to go play in. You're not going to get as much talent looked at from that aspect, but you do obviously have the higher academic aspect that could help you down the road. Is that something you might consider if those offers start to come in for you?
Oh yeah, I'm considering that because like the Ivy League coaches, they always like talk to me. It was like you have to prepare for your life like after basketball. So that's like a big thing I've been looking at.
We mentioned some of those schools that are showing the most interest right now. One of them is Ole Miss, and they're an interesting one because they have a lot of top recruits want to look at them now. We see Matthew Murrow go, we got Deshaun Ruffin going now. What's kind of your thoughts on Ole Miss and that program?
Oh, I think it's like a real good program. I went down on a visit, like me, Tre, and a couple of my teammates. We went down on the visit like last year. It was like pretty. It was a real good experience going on there.
And when you look at them and you talk to the coaching staff, what are they kind of telling you? What are they talking to you about? What do they kind of see you fitting into their program like?
They mostly they just tell me like they like my game. They like how I'm a big guard who can like rebound. They like guards who can rebound the ball and everything. So they're saying like I'll fit in good playing in a role like that.
And you talk to the coaching staff. Do you like the personality, and what kind of are those conversations like? What's it just like talking to them about basketball stuff and non-basketball stuff?
It's mostly like basketball, some non-basketball. They always check on me. They have my schedule, so like they'll text me after like every game, see how I did, and like I'll tell them stuff that I did and how I feel like I can improve on and things like that.
You also mentioned Florida. They're another school that would be staying close to home for you. Is that something that you would possibly like, being able to stay close to home and potentially go to a school like Florida?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about like staying closer going forward. I'm not really sure. Like I'm pretty like I'll go anywhere right now, but like that would be nice, like staying close to home so my family can see me like almost every game and everything. That's one thing I've been thinking about a lot too.
But what do you like about Coach White? He is a great coach, and they're continuing to do great things. Obviously, they had the tragic thing that happened with Keontae earlier in the year, so it kind of messed up this season for them. But overall, we have seen a lot of great things from Florida. So what do you like about them and what they're getting done out there?
I feel like they're doing good, like despite all the stuff that happened. And then I also like Coach White. He's like a pretty nice guy. Like after it started like this summer when he watched me play this summer, like he's telling me he liked my game, how I can shoot and everything and drive. He was just basically telling me how he thought I can be really good with Florida.
Who on the Florida coaching staff do you talk to most? Is it Coach White or is it one of the assistants?
I talked to probably Coach Mincy the most.
And what's he like? Talk about your guys' bond and how that's kind of groomed.
Like we have a good bond. Like it's just like I've been talking to him for like a couple months now. Like he just getting to know me and everything. He keeps me updated on their games and I keep him updated on my games, how I've been playing.
And then talk about Georgetown, because that's Coach Ewing, and that's a historic all-time great NBA player. We know what he's accomplished and achieved, but what would it be like just to be able to go and play with for a guy like that and be a part of that program in history?
That would be like that would be real big because right now my coach played in the NBA and him and Patrick Ewing were teammates for the Knicks. So like we got on they offered me like on the Zoom call, so it was like all the coaching staff on there and everything. So like it was just a real good experience. They like showed me how like I can fit in. Like they compare like my highlights to like guys on their team highlights to show how I can fit in the system and like to show how my game is like similar to their offense and everything. So that was real good.
They haven't been the best per se in the past few years, but we do know this 2021 recruiting class is very solid. Ryan Mutombo, Amina Muhammad, they have a lot of these guys that are coming in now. Does that make it more appealing seeing these top ranked guys go there now?
Oh yes, for sure. I love to play with guys who like are really good.
They also have the history. I mentioned Coach Patrick Ewing. They obviously played there. You got Dikembe Mutombo, but especially at the guard position too. Allen Iverson's there. What kind of would it be like potentially going to a university with that much history?
That'll be pretty big. Like you have a, like when you go to a university like that, like you have a lot of shoes to fill to try to be like one of the best.
There's another program I know you went on a visit to a little bit ago that was Auburn. Take us through your guys' bond. You guys still talking at all? Just where does that relationship stand with them?
I haven't been talking to him as much as like the others, but like we talk every once in a while. Like I'll send him like some clips from my game and tell him how I've been doing. Like he'll like send me some like messages or like how the team's been doing and everything.
Absolutely. Well, there are some parts of the game that are appealing to a lot of guys, and that is like you're 6'7", you're a shooting guard, it's clearly a big guard. Take us through how you've grown into that and how you use that height in the game.
Well, I like use my height advantage like on like offensive rebounding. Like most players on offense rebound. Like I like try to sneak in. I get a lot of tip ins. That's like points and rebounds. So I get a lot of points off the offense rebound. Also like I can finish over guys and shoot over guys. So like that's one thing I use my height advantage to.
You also are extremely athletic. We've seen you throw down a lot of posterizes. One came pretty recent. Take us through that play and what goes through your mind when you get a body.
Also like my teammate was driving, but he got cut off. So like I just looped around and then like I just took like 2 dribbles and I was already there. So I just went over and just dunked it.
Yeah, one that's probably even bigger than that came about a year ago. And a lot of guys reacted. We saw AJ Neal. We saw a lot of the guys that are older than you watching that game. Take us to that play.
Oh yeah, that was the one in Vegas. We was actually playing like Bates Elite, like Monty Bates team. So like it was just I think it was Tre, like he had like I think he like turned it over and like kicked off like somebody's foot. So I just grabbed it and I went up and I seen him. So I was like I had to try to dunk it. So like I just went up and I dunked it.
And going back to the recruiting a little bit, when you look at programs, what are you ultimately looking for? One, what are you kind of looking for in a college that will really appeal to you when it does come time to make a decision someday?
Oh, like the first thing I look at is like probably the academics. Like that's like the biggest part. Like that's gonna like help me. And then the second thing I look at is like their playing style. Like will I be able to go in and will I have to adjust my game to fit their game, or will I just be able to play my game in their system? That's probably one of the biggest things.
In terms of a coach, what would make up a dream coach? What do you want them personality wise, their play style? Do you want one that's younger, more experienced, and older? Kind of take us through what the dream coach might look like for you.
Or like a coach that has like a lot of experience, who's like been there, like know what it takes to get players to the next level, and a coach that's like kind of hard on me. Like I like when people like push me, like so probably a coach that's hard on me, and then a coach that's like that lets you like kind of like play through your mistakes and let you learn.
Without a doubt. Now, I know also going back a while ago when you were in middle school, you started playing high school as an eighth grader on varsity. Had a 40-point game involved there. You had an insane year. But what led to that opportunity? How were you able to play high school as an eighth grader?
So like, well, first I started off on middle school. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like middle school was like it was like too easy. So now I was going to the JV and it was like the same thing. So the coach is like, we're just gonna move you up to varsity. So that's when like playoffs came and then like my role was like to shoot. So I just got in and I was just like shooting. Like one game, I just like caught fire. I think I hit like 10 in one game, and then that's the game I had 40 in.
And how did that help prepare you when you talk about then going truly in high school when you were a freshman? How did that help prepare you for that?
Oh, like I was already bigger, but like varsity was like more like real physical and fast. So like that just got me like prepared, especially for the next summer when I was playing eighth grade, just playing versus all the top eighth graders, and like everybody just bigger and faster. So I was already used to it.
In terms of AAU, hopefully everything can get back to normal. You guys can have an AAU season this year. Are you still playing around Showtime Ballers? And if so, what are your expectations for the season?
Oh yes, I'm still playing with Showtime, and my expectation for season is like I'm going to average I'll probably want to first of all I want to win every game,
Mm-hmm.
and then like win like the UA championship. That's one thing I'm going for. Probably, and I'm trying to average on like 25 and 10 a game. Just get my numbers up and rebounds up too.
Take us to the team. Who else do you kind of plan to be able to play with on that team?
Well, right now I know it's like me, and then we have like a couple bigs, like a couple 6'10" bigs right now. But we're still like recruiting, trying to find other players.
Absolutely. Well, you are in Florida, and that is one of the better places in America to play basketball in. Take us to what's like playing basketball in Florida.
It's like real big. It's a lot of competition in Florida. So like every tournament we played in Florida, it was like a lot of competition. It's a lot of top ranked guys. Like it's what everybody moves to Florida to play basketball. Like Mountain Bird, IMG. So like it's real good competition in Florida.
When you're looking at your 2022 class, who would make a team if you could put together an 8, 9, 10-man team of Florida players? Who would make that team?
And I'll probably say I'll put me, Tre, probably Dylan from Tampa. Who else? Ooh, that's kind of tough. I don't know. Emmanuel. I'll put Taylor. I can't really think of nobody else.
I know there's another guy I've got to know pretty well too that's helped train you a lot too. That's Akii Dean. Can I take us through him and your guys' bond?
Our bond is real good. Like he moved from I think Tampa to Tallahassee. Ever since then, like we've been working out on me and the other point guard on my team, and we've been working out with him. And so like we just like work out all the time, and we always in the gym. Like after games, we work out, and like just every day after practice.
I know there's another nickname you also have, and you put that out there a lot. You put in your bios, and that's Silent Assassin. Take us through how that started and why you kind of taking that identity.
Oh, so when I play, like I don't talk trash when I play. So like I just like go out there and play. So I don't really talk trash. I'll probably say something like every once in a while, but I just go out there. I just let my game speak.
Is there a reason behind that? Is there kind of a guy you like modeled your game after to kind of take that part from you, or is that just kind of who you are naturally?
It's like who I am naturally. Like I didn't like start saying that until like my coach Greg. He put like the little every time he like repost one of my videos, he'll put like the little ninja emoji. So I was like, I already know the speech. So like I just got it from that. So I just start saying Silent Assassin.
My final thing I like wrapping up with is discussing your legacy, and I think that's something that all guys want to do. So you are done playing basketball someday. What do you ultimately want to remember for? What do you want your legacy to be for what you achieve both on and off the court?
Well, on the court, I just want to be remembered as like a great player, like a team winner who wins. Like I want to win a lot of championships. Everybody makes NBA. That's what my main goal is, winning. So I just want to like win. And off the court, I just want to be known as like a great person, like who has good mentality, help others out, and everything like that. Just be like a real good person.
Absolutely, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on today, and happy early birthday once again. And I can't wait to see what God got next for you, man.
Thank you.
Of course, y'all come on, man. God bless.
Thanks.